to something else anyway. You said you were also involved. All right, just quickly before I'm stopped. The waiver that you received from the public, from the acting public protector, when did you receive it, which was addressed to you?
I received it last week Friday.
Last week Friday. Okay, that would be before you did your final affidavit, correct?
Yes, correct.
Because your affidavit was on the 21st, and you would have then received it on the 19th, correct?
Correct.
Yes, and it says that it's signed by the public protector, but I've just asked her, she doesn't remember signing such a letter. It's wrong to the extent that it says it comes from the public protector. It's not correct, right?
I have no comment on that. That question can be taken with the author of the document.
Oh, ma'am, it's your letter. I'm asking you, to the extent that the letter that was sent to you says it is from the public protector, you would agree that that is not correct or not? Public protector is called Advocate Mkhwebane.
Advocate Mpofu, I'm not going to respond to that question, and I don't want to enter into the debate.
It's not a debate. Did you receive the letter?
Yes, I received the letter.
Was it addressed to you?
Yes, correct.
Was it not from the public protector?
Sorry, Mr. Mpofu. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the letter says acting public protector.
Thank you very much. Was it not from the public protector, ma'am?
Advocate Bauer has just clarified where the letter is from.
But Advocate Bauer, answer the question, please. Was it not from the public protector?
Chairperson, I am not going to respond to this question.
Okay, I hear that. Advocate Mpofu.
Okay, well, Chair, is that how we roll now? Witnesses are allowed to not answer questions. Okay, that's fine. Then you said you were also involved in, all right, we established yesterday that your investigation of PU took about 4 to 5 years. Will you answer that question if you are so inclined?
I explained the circumstances in detail yesterday. I explained it more than once, so I take it as on record.
Answer that one either. Okay.
I responded even to that, and I explained it fully.
Yeah.
I've already answered that question.
So you are refusing to answer it again?
I'm not refusing. I'm saying I've already responded to that question more than once, Advocate Mpofu.
Yes, but I'm asking it to you again, ma'am. So if you're not going to respond, just say so. Because that's, and I'll move on, because that seems to be how we
Mr. Mpofu is now repeating questions, Chair.
So?
Okay.
So what?
Advocate Mpofu.
Sorry, what is the objection? That I mean, cross-examination, I can repeat the question as many times as I want.
That's fine. If Ms. Mogaladi is indicating to you
that she's refusing, that's fine.
She's answered the question. I want you to move.
Yes. No, I will, but I'm also noting the fact that she's refusing to answer the question.
She has answered the question. That's what she's indicating.
No.
Chairperson.
It would be long gone now if she just simply answered the question.
Ms. Mogaladi?
Really?
Chairperson, can I be protected? I responded to this question probably answered the same question more than 3 times. I've just indicated to Advocate Mpofu that I've already responded to this question, and I'm not going to answer it again. I'm not refusing. I've stated that I answered it more than 3 times.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, well, for your information, when you say I'm not going to answer the question, that's called a refusal, but that's fine. You said you were also involved in the Busasa CR17 matter.
That's a new matter you are starting now. I want you to close.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yes.
No, I'm saying, I thought you were saying it's a matter that's not covered in her evidence. No, thanks, Chair. No, I will. Correct, ma'am?
Correct.
And that's the matter regarding the donation into CR17. You accompanied the public protector in interviewing the President Ramaphosa on that matter, correct?
Correct.
There was nothing wrong. I'm saying this chairperson, unlike your chairperson, was not defective in any manner. At least we have no evidence about that, correct?
The only person who can say that is Mr. Madiba. I know before he passed on, he had lodged a dispute of unfair dismissal with the CCMA, so I cannot comment without knowing. And I cannot comment unless if maybe HR can bring this referral. So
no, you can just comment on what. Okay, ma'am. You're only allowed to comment on what you know. That's what I'm saying to you. To your knowledge, there was no issue about the defects of the chairperson. To your knowledge, it doesn't mean they didn't exist, correct?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? I'm asking.
I don't know there were issues.
No, I'm not asking you if there were issues, madam. I'm saying to your knowledge, there were no issues about the chairperson, to your knowledge. There might have been issues, 1,000 of them, but to your knowledge, you are not aware of any, correct?
My answer is I do not know. And I cannot comment.
You know.
Whether there were issues.
Knowledge. Sorry, ma'am. You don't. When you say you don't know, you mean you don't know whether to your knowledge there were issues or not. What is that?
I have just said I do not know whether there were issues.
Well, neither do I. I'm asking you a different question. So, but you're answering a question that has not been put to you. I'm not asking you whether you know if there were issues or not. I'm saying, to your knowledge, none of those issues were ever raised, to your knowledge.
I did not discuss the issues about the independence of the chairperson with Mr. Madiba. So if he was still alive, he would be the best person to respond to that question. Or the people who have a copy of his referral to the CCMA might be in a better position to respond to that.
Okay, all right. And
taken by the public protector. And I believe that the public protector is best suited to be the person who's answering those questions to say, was it reasonable for her to remove this matter and give it to a new team? Was it reasonable for her to expect a new team of investigators within 6 weeks to go through the record and to give her to draft a Section 7-9? Notwithstanding all those queries that Madiba was raising, was it still reasonable to expect Madiba to produce a Section 7-9 under those circumstances?
Yes, okay.
Those are the questions that can be answered by the public protector.
Yes, no, that's fine. So it's the public protector's fault. Okay, that's fine. So let's assume that...
I've never said that. Reasonable. I didn't say that.
No, okay, she was being unreasonable, as you say. Let's assume
I didn't say that.
Okay, you're saying she must ask herself, was it reasonable to give the 6 weeks?
I said those
I'm assisting you. Yes, I'm assisting you, ma'am.
No, I'm saying...
Jesus. Okay, you're going to have to wait for each other so that I'm trying to avoid collision. So just take your time and come in when he's not on the platform, Ms. Mogaladi.
Thank you, Chairperson.
But I cannot tell the committee how to do their work, except that I can assist. My understanding is that I'm here to assist. So I have assisted, I have presented my views.
Yes, no, nobody, believe me, nobody's asking you to tell the committee how to do its work. Even if you did, I can tell you, you'd be wasting your time. Yeah. Review application was being done. Your view was different from today in that you stated that you accepted the wrong doing on your part, but now
which review
the public
advocating Mpofu?
Well, okay, then have you ever accepted wrongdoing on your part, unlike today, when or is it all the public protector's fault?
Which review are you talking about?
No,
I understand. There was
I'm asking you a different. Yeah, we'll come to that. We'll come to that, ma'am. Believe me. I'm just asking you a different question. Whether you remain of the view that you do not accept any wrongdoing on your part, and it's all the public protector's fault.
Look, there are substantive issues that I do not agree with. That is why I say it's important for me, for you to clarify. If you say the review, what are you talking about? There was an affidavit that was filed in the review of the decision, and subject to legal advice at the time, there was a direct direction that we took on the matter, and it was based on some of the steps that had prevailed on that. So it's very important that we clarify which review are you referring to? Are you referring to the review of the report? Are you referring to the Labour Court review? So, because it's proper that I put matters into proper perspective. I can't just answer without knowing.
Madam, you didn't hear me when I was saying, don't worry about a review, we'll get to it. I'm asking you a different question. I'm saying, have you at any stage accepted that there was wrongdoing on your part, or is it all the public protector's fault?
Advocate Mpofu, I think for me it's important that this question be put into proper perspective.
My question.
It's very important. I'm not in a position to answer that question right now.
Oh, I see. Okay, forget about okay, let me ask it differently. Do you think that it is correct that due to wrongdoing on your part and your team of highly paid people who earn about R1 million a month, 12 million rand, or 21 million if you put all of them, that through their inactions, including yourself, the public protector should be sitting here facing impeachment?
I think, Advocate Mpofu, it's not for me to determine that question. I think this committee has been set up to decide on that. So I don't think that is a question that I'm capable of answering. Okay. It is for the committee to determine that whether the view of the committee is that we failed, it would have to be based on the evidence and that is objectively presented to the committee. So I'm not in a position to respond to that.
I see. No, that's fine. No, because you were telling us about fairness and all sorts of things like that. So I thought you might be able to know if this was fair or not. But if you don't, you don't. Yeah. So can I just add something? I think, Advocate Mpofu, yesterday you took me through the different levels of accountability. So if we take those different levels that you took me through yesterday to say I have to be accountable for the work of my team, the public protector has to be accountable for the work of the entire organization. So if I take accountability, accountability means that I don't have to just sign off everything that comes from me. So I don't know where that question is going to say whether the public protector should take accountability. That is why I'm saying it's up to the committee to decide on that particular issue. Yes, so, no, that's fine. No, thank you. No, that's fair. That's a fair response. I'm saying no, to the extent that you're second guessing where I'm going with it. No, I'm not saying, I'm saying everybody should take accountability. Let me ask you differently. Is it fair in your eyes that Mr. Madiba reported to you, correct?
Correct.
The one that you're saying was sickly. That's
from the 1st of November. He reported to me from the 1st of November.
Yes. No, from wherever. Just in respect of this particular item. Is it fair that Mr. Madiba, with all his health problems that you have mentioned, should take more responsibility and accountability in the sense that he was dismissed for this, but you had to resist and say, no, he can be dismissed, but you must be reinstated. Is that fair? Now, talking now about the lines of accountability.
Look, I think that question must be answered into proper perspective and where it comes from. If we are to really dissect that question, yes, was it fair for the employer to expect all those deliverables from Madiba, knowing that he was sick?